Welcome to week 2 of the Personal Breakthrough Training. This is going to be an overview of what we're going to do this week. Your objectives for this week. First is to decide what you won't spend time on. All right, we've looked at how you've been spending it. Now you got to give something up in order to make time for this training. You're going to develop a plan to make your ritual easy and winnable. You're going to begin to understand what self-discipline is all about. And you're going to start the process of building that self-discipline. And of course, you're going to do a lot of reflection. So, lesson 1 of week 2, well, it's about decision making. And decisions shape your destiny. The decision you make sets you on a certain path. Another decision maybe changes that direction slightly. You're constantly making decisions that will shape the direction of your future. So in this lesson, we're going to analyze that time you spend and figure out what's going to go. All right? Something has to give. So you've got to figure out what that is, what it is you're going to give up to get what you want. You're also going to write a formal goal for your morning and evening ritual. You're going to create a one-word celebratory power word, something that you can use to kind of celebrate or pump you up, make it up, right? Maybe MOACH, which stands for Mindset of a Champion. The Navy SEALs use hoo-ah, but figure out some words, something that you can do that kind of has a nice ring to it. Now, the surest way to successfully reach large goals is to break them into winnable action steps. So day 2, or lesson 2, is all about your ritual action plan. You're going to take a look at that first week where we didn't really lay things out. Just said, all right, you're going to start a morning and evening ritual, maybe 5 in the morning, 15 in the evening, something like that. Well, how did you do with that? If it was easy, no problem, you started it with no glitches, fantastic. You're way ahead of the game. But many of you probably had a hard time building that into that first week and doing that every day. So what you need to do is begin to figure out what broke down. Did you fall back to sleep after the alarm went off? Did you waste all your time looking for your stuff? Was it too distracting where you set up your time? What was it that prevented that ritual from going off smoothly? And then you're going to create a plan to overcome those problems. Step by step and winnable plan. You're going to reflect, you're going to share, and you're going to engage. Engage with the groups. All right, so day 3. Learn to ask ourselves good questions is the key to constant and never-ending improvement, which is what we're all about. This is where we're heading. So you want to ask yourself, how did that action plan work? Right? Did it overcome those obstacles? Was I able to get right up, get to my place? Did I have all my stuff there? Was it all readily available? Was I able to get my laptop open right up and get right started? Right? Did those little steps I do work? Adjust the plan as necessary. And again, reflect, share, and engage. All right, this is where the power synergy comes in. If you're struggling with one aspect, then maybe somebody in the group has a nice solution for that. Day 4, continue to build this ritual. Now, defining the purpose of the ritual is what separates it from a routine. So you want to be clear on what the purpose of the morning and evening ritual is. Primarily, the morning ritual is to set the frame for the day. It's to get you grounded in your goals and objectives. It's to get yourself in a state of mind where you're ready to face all the trials and tribulations of life, where you can manage the negative emotions that are going to be knocking at the door. The evening ritual is really all about what did I learn, how did the day go, what went well, what didn't go well, how can I improve the next day. The other thing I would say that the evening ritual is all about is expressing your gratitude for the things that worked well during that day. You start with an attitude of gratitude, and it will do wonders. So how long this ritual shall be? Well, right now, again, we're focusing on just 20 minutes, but it's going to get longer. And you just got to figure out what am I putting into the ritual, how long do those items take, and then you kind of work from there. The importance of journaling, writing, and note-taking, that we're going to go into. And cultivating self-discipline. So that we're beginning to build that process. What do we need to do to build that self-discipline? And that's where journaling, writing, and note-taking will also come into play. You take notes, you analyze what you're learning, you figure out how you're going to apply it, you interact with other people. Right? All right, day 5. Again, journaling and self-reflection is an essential component of an effective evening ritual. High achievers journal. So you're going to look at an article, 5 proven methods for building self-discipline. You're going to see what that article says. You're going to ask good questions of yourself. And of course, you're going to answer the questions I gave. You're going to share your thoughts with the community, discussion section, Facebook, the community section, but you're going to try to engage. Again, doesn't need to be long at this point. All right? Just a little bit of time is good. It doesn't matter so long as you are doing it every day. That's the most important thing. Do it every day. Day 6. The definition of discipline is making yourself do something when you could be doing something more pleasant. According to Psychology Today, an article, one of the articles you'll read. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? It's doing the hard things when you'd rather do an easy thing. But you know the hard thing will pay off. That's the discipline. And the rewards come, but they may not be immediate. That's where the discipline comes in. So you look at an article, 6 ways to build your will. And then you'll reflect on the questions asked. You're going to share your thoughts. And you're going to get engaged with the conversation. The last day of the week, the most effective discipline comes from within, not superimposed from without. It comes from in your heart. And that's what we're working on building. So developing discipline will be another article you look at. What are you learning from that article? And again, you'll reflect, you'll engage, you'll share your thoughts with the community. This process is what we'll be doing on a regular basis. This is what will build the discipline and the habits necessary for success. And then you'll celebrate the end of week 2 with a moch or hua. See you next week.